Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel. Before I leave the house and do what I have to do, I wanted to make this video for you. Maybe at the parking lot outside I'll make another video for you. But in this video, I want to remind you, because I've said this before, when you cast out the spirit of fear, that means when the spirit of fear doesn't have a grip on you anymore, when that happens, you will notice how people's behavior towards you change. And once the spirit of fear is out, now you cast out the spirit of violence. You cast out the spirit of death, the spirit of poverty. When you cast all these paranormal strongholds out, just count how many people will still relate to you in a kind manner. I'm talking about people that used to be around you. How many of them remain? Why am I asking this? It's because you need to understand that when someone is not in line with Christ, that means they are in line with the world. And the world feeds you all kinds of thinking patterns and expectations that are self-destructive or that are just inconsistent. But because those expectations are enacted collectively, we call it society, and because it works, it is effective in giving people relief, we believe in those expectations. Once you are delivered, that you're not part anymore of that matrix, people that hold on that matrix, they will relate to you differently. Because you can just imagine it like this. You're in a room, okay? And let's say the room is dark. Hold on, I'll try to illustrate that a moment. Hold on. I'm in the same bathroom now, but it's completely dark around me. You may notice some lights in the background, but let's say you have a dark room like this, and people are comfortable in that room. They are admiring the small lights they're seeing. You may see some small lights over here also. People are so amazed by those small lights. Why? Because their thinking is the room is dark, the darkness is the norm, and light, that's very rare. So they are comfortable with the darkness. But then, suddenly, you appear. And when you appear, the room has lightened up. Things become obvious, things become clear. And here's the thing, more options become visible. Those options weren't there, but you just weren't aware of them. Now you are. Healing, deliverance, restoration, redemption, all that appears when you are there. Why? Because you are in agreement with Christ. What's going to happen to those people who are so comfortable with the darkness of that room? Are they going to be happy that you, man, appears in the power of the Holy Spirit? No, they will not. Their eyes are used to darkness, so when you appear in the light, it will annoy their eyes. I mean, when someone, I'm talking about physically now, this is not a parable. When you were in a dark room or in a dark place, suddenly there's a lot of light, your eyes, you're blinded for a while and you need to get used to the light around you. But that is what happens with you when you are delivered. And here's the thing, a lot of those people, they don't want to endure the light that's around you because they're so attached to the relief that the darkness is providing them. That's all it's about with them. Can I give illustration? It can be that you need to find an accommodation, a place to live now, because you live in an apartment complex, but they're about to demolish that apartment complex. So you need to find a new home. Now, based upon your economic condition, you have a job, but it's not really sufficient to pay another apartment. All the apartments over there are expensive. When you look at the situation, you may become depressed, or you may think, well, I may need to go and live with other people, and that may not be the best thing, or you're not really on good terms with your parents because your parents are into witchcraft, and you think, oh dear, I need to go to my parents again. When you only look at the circumstances and at the facts, you may become depressed. But there's the thing, you walk by faith, you speak out. great outcomes on your behalf in Christ Jesus' mighty name. And you keep doing it every day. What's happening behind the scenes, things are arranged on your behalf. Then one day you receive a letter that you can come and visit an apartment. And you think, I did not react on that advertisement, but you go anyway. When you arrive there, you are on number 1, and they show you the apartment. And they ask you, do you want it? You say yes. The apartment is yours. And then you realize, hold on a minute, how am I going to pay for this? But then you open your bank account and you see there is 800 euros on it. You think, what the heck is this? 800 euros. And then you remember that 6 years ago, you bought a stock at a stock market, just 60 euros in price. You forgot all about it. You didn't even need it. It was totally out of your mind. It was just a risk you took one time, 60 euros. After a few months, you didn't see any change. You threw it behind you. But when you began to operate by faith, you began to decree and pray, that stock that nobody noticed suddenly became worth much, and now you have 800 euros on your bank account. What has happened? You got the apartment and the money has been provided. It did not come to you how you expected it. Okay? But all I'm saying, how the people around you expect it, because the people around you expect that you must get a new job, you have to work for a month, then you get to have your wage, and after you have your wage, then you're going to look for an apartment, and you need to react on many apartments. And look, you went online and you reacted to advertisements of apartments. You did what you had to do. You looked for odd jobs. You did what you had to do, but you didn't depend upon what you had to do. You depended upon the supernatural, and you walked by faith, and it worked out for you. But now, some of those people who hold on to the negative, onto the expectations of this world, when they see you in a new apartment, it's paid, but they don't see your new job, and all of that, what's going to happen? Just like I've shown back then. Let me illustrate again. They were in a dark room. They were comfortable with just a few lights. And then you arrive. What's going to happen? When they witness that miracle that manifests on your behalf, they'll become upset. And here's the thing. When they're upset because something happened that they can't explain according to their expectations, they freak out. But here's the thing. When you hear that you needed to move out of that apartment complex because they're about to demolish it, they were from a worldly point of view, reasons enough for you to become depressed, but you decide, no, I'm going to walk by faith. And here's the thing, because you've cast out all those demonic strongholds of fear, violence, poverty, debt, and all of that, none of that affected you. They tried to knock on your door. That happened, but they couldn't enter in. But here's the thing, because you cast out all those demonic strongholds, everyone that agrees with those demonic strongholds also were cast out with those demonic strongholds. So some of those friends or associates, suddenly they avoid you. They can't speak to you anymore because they're so upset. You know what? Praise the Lord. If you need to have the spirit of fear or the spirit of violence or any demonic stronghold around you to keep the company of certain people, then trust me, you're better off without those people. Let me repeat that. If you need to have some demonic presence around you, or you need to be hooked up with some demon spirit, just so that people can be comfortable around you, then you are better off without those people. Whatever's going on around you, walk by faith. Be at peace.